So the last time that I streamed this was probably 3 weeks ago, so I'm going to pretty much guarantee that I will not remember where we left off. There are some things that I kind of remember us doing. If I remember correctly, I just acquired a dragon, I think, and we loaded it out with a UAC-2, I believe. We haven't yet tested it, so I guess that's what we have to look forward to. Other than that, I don't think we really have anything going on at the moment. We're not in the middle of a mission series, at least I don't think so. Not sure if we cleared out all the missions in the system that we were in, but it's quite possible we have. Especially as I see we have some work ongoing. But let's just double check that. Okay. Well, there's one contract left in the system, which is a 3-skull mission. Now, I don't remember where we are as far as difficulty goes to know what level of missions we should be taking. And I'm not sure if I intended to do this mission either. It's a destroy base mission, which isn't too bad. Now, if I remember correctly, we were working towards the Capellans liking me. Although Federated Suns was our initial goal, now it's more the Capellans. So, with that in mind, who is this against? It's against the Capellans, so we wouldn't want to do this. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the star map then. It's going to be a little bit of a shock coming from this game, or coming into this game from playing weeks of MechWarrior 5, pretty much exclusively. Alright, so we have multiple flashpoints ongoing. If I remember correctly, there was one fairly close, but there's one up here. What is this one all about? So it's Draconis Combine hiring us, and it is against a mercenary group. It's kind of within our difficulty level, so I wouldn't mind. How much? Yeah, we have 158 days, so this just recently arrived. An associate of mine on Primus is in desperate need of assistance. If you're open to a little subcontracting, I'll make it worth your while. So that's kind of our situation there. There is a tonnage requirement, and our bonus reward is a rare weapon. It is a short engagement length, which is kind of good. That means you're probably only going to see a couple missions. So that would probably be pretty good for us. Let's see. This one, I think, yeah, we weren't going to do. We have this one that's really close. 142 days to do it. It's a medium contract length. House Steiner is hiring us. Again, we're against a mercenary company. We have a rare mech as a bonus reward. There is a maximum tonnage limit as well, which is at light. We never really know what that's going to mean until we go into the contract. So, a Solaris Gladiator has married my nephew. I've done this mission before. So we have to bring the killer to justice. This one I remember I have done before. So this is a 3-skull one. I wouldn't mind doing it, but because I've done it before. We also have another one up here. This is a 2-skull mission. We don't know who is hiring us, but again, we have a mercenary company. It's a short engagement length. This one really just popped up. It's 173 days. I believe 180 days is the maximum. No consecutive deployments. Uncommon mech upgrade. There is a tonnage requirement, so we have tonnage requirements on all of these. Commander Gunner, you don't know me, but me and my associates have a job for you. A real nice one. With a big payout at the end. If you want to talk about it, come meet me at Glenworth. I'll be waiting. So, pretty much across the board, all of these missions are very doable for us. Except for that one over there. And other than that, we have this guy down here, but there's no time limit on that, so if I were to pick here, I think I would do this contract first, then that contract, and then move down to this one. I think we have enough time to pull all of that off, although this one runs out quicker. It is the one I know for a fact I've done. These other two I don't know if I've done. Pretty sure I have not. Now, as far as does the Draconis Combine like me, it's possible they do not, but let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Where are they? I guess they're indifferent. Well, we gain reputation with them, but we don't really hurt our reputation with anyone else, at least not on the outset, because it's against mercenaries, which really you don't have any reputation here to hurt. So all of these flashpoints are fairly good for us, except for the two of them. Well, one of them is an unknown employer, which doesn't really help us unless that unknown employer is one of the factions, I guess. And then trying to remember what the other one. Oh yeah, House Steiner. So we could help with Draconis Combine and House Steiner, and we really wouldn't have a downside with either of those. All right. Well, I want to check on this one. So this one's called Succession. There's also no consecutive deployments here, but they're short engagement lengths, so I didn't kind of expect that. So 24 days to get there. Travel cost of 90,000. Let's, before we travel, of course, we're going to double check that the mechs are all good to go. I think they will be, but something's going on with the Centurion. I have not put any weapon systems in there, and I don't know why I haven't done that. It's possible that I had no plans to use this mech. Looks like we're mostly looking at medium-size mechs here, though. Let me look at the store real quick. There's a little bit of the downside of having not played for a while. I don't remember what my intentions were with certain things. So I don't know if that Centurion, I have not installed weapons in it because I have no intention of using it, or I haven't because I just ran out of time. Hey, Starscream. Yeah, that's one thing I could do, for sure. Is set it up as a support mech. Let me take a look at what we have real quick, because it's possible I don't have very many support mechs. So let's go through the list. So we have the Enforcer. I think this was previously one of our frontline mechs, but it's kind of been supplanted, especially by the Dragon. We do have a Trebuchet, which seems to be fairly solid. The Vindicator is kind of a close-range brawler, so that doesn't really work for us. We have the Wolverine kind of set up as a support mech. So the question is, would we want a third one? Maybe. Shadowhawk. Okay. Well, the Jenner, I know how that's set up. Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, if I remember correctly, our frontline mechs right now are the Shadowhawk, the Dragon, the Trebuchet, and then I don't know what our fourth mech is. Potentially the Firestarter, I would guess, because I remember it doing very well. Out of curiosity, have we gotten any upgrades that we can do? Like better small lasers? What did I see? Yeah, I think at the time that we set up the Wolverine, we didn't really have another option for a support mech. I think we just recently got the Centurion, which is probably why we haven't determined what to do with it. Well, let's see what we can do. Autocannons are definitely a thing. I just have to keep in mind this is not going to be a frontline mech, so I don't necessarily want to fiddle it with the best equipment that I have necessarily. You know, I could have swore I had, let me just see, if I had, yeah, I had a UAC-5. Now, I'm not going to use that on this mech for the reasons that I already discussed. I don't know if I would mind using this LB-5X. I'd only get 1 ton of ammo, but I believe it gives us a decent number of shots, 15 rounds. That's probably doable. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind the LB-5X. That's a pretty good weapon. Fairly good range, pretty good damage output. So that's probably not a bad idea if we want to look for more of a support mech. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. Yeah, other than that, we do have some up damage like AC5, so we could have installed as well. But I kind of like the LB5X. I think it would definitely do more stability damage. It's pretty much on par, but it does do more damage across the board. Oh yeah, the Ultra Autocannons are definitely better. I only have one of them, so I'm going to save it for a better mech. Okay, we're going to go ahead and install that ammo. And then, let's see what we got for missile system. We might not have anything necessarily stellar. I'm saving the LRM-20 with the plus damage because that is definitely a frontline support mech, which this is not. Probably just a standard LRM-20 might do it. What are we looking at as far as tonnage? It'd be 10 tons. We'd be up to 46 tons. Okay, that's doable. An LRM-20. And then, obviously, we need a couple tons of ammo. Yeah, an archer would be perfect for the LRM-20. And I think that was my game plan, I think. Okay, so 2 tons left. I figure we just use 2 medium lasers. That's a pretty good backup weapon in case we run out of ammo or what have you. Again, we're not going to go with the higher quality ones. We're just going to do low quality ones. But if it ever comes down to it and we need a third support mech, this is probably not bad. Hey, it might even be better than the Wolverine. So, because that would be 60 plus 80 damage. So you're talking about 140 damage at long range. That's not bad. And then 190 damage total if you can get in that perfect range bracket. That's really not bad, and the heat efficiency isn't bad either, especially as we won't be using the medium lasers a chunk of time. So yeah, I don't mind this build. This is pretty decent. I don't really see a need to up armor it, considering this is meant to be a support mech. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go ahead and confirm.
Right.
Okay.
Get it in the schedule.
So there we have it. Just trying to check the store one more time, just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. So, let's go to... Yeah, because it's just been a while since I've played. I'm trying to remember, like, interface stuff and things. Because there definitely are differences between this and MechWarrior 5, so I might stumble a little bit with the UI, but we'll get there. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. We already know where we're going to want to go, so let's get there. Okay, so 2.5 skull mission. I think this is within our wheelhouse. We have plenty of time to get there. We just don't know what this light thing is going to mean. And hey, maybe that's where the Centurion is going to come and play. Maybe we can only use 50-ton mechs. So if that's the case, then hey, the Centurion will be perfect. So let's go ahead and travel, although technically the Trebuchet is 50 tons as well, I believe. But in any case, let's go ahead and travel.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Upgrades you asked for are on
All right.
Commander.
My superiors thank you for your willingness to take on challenging tasks. You are making an invaluable contribution to the advancement of people and interests in this region. You can blah blah blah. Okay. I don't think we can ally with them yet. I didn't really double check that. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Whoops. There I am with the Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to get close to maxing this thing out or you can ally. It's been a little while, so okay. Let's go ahead and go to the engineering. We don't have a ton of money. We just did a hydroponic garden. Really, the next thing we were going to want is a increased mech bay, but that's very expensive. Yeah, $2.25 million. We'd have $1 million left over, so we wouldn't necessarily be destitute. I feel like we got to do this because out of all the upgrades we have available, this is the most important one. So I will do it, even though it will put us in a rough financial spot. When is our next pay period, though? Let me take a look at the timeline. We will hit a financial report before we get in. That's probably dangerous, then, to spend that kind of money. So let me look at the other choices. I guess a medical bay wouldn't hurt. It's also fairly expensive, but it's definitely better.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
Yeah, we put it on a ultra autocannon in the Dragon. I think it was just a UAC-2, but we'll see how it does. I forget what the rest of the loadout was, but I remember being excited to see how it's going to do, so we'll get that opportunity fairly soon. We'll take a look at it in a second. Oh yeah, that's right, I called it the Fire Dragon. Does it still have flamers? Because that's why I called it the Fire Dragon. Oh, Leo is out of action. He gets injured a lot, though. We'll take a look at the build. Okay. Good as new. Ah, okay, well, let's see how this goes. Leo hops off his bed as you enter the med bay. Commander, it's a miracle. I'm good as new thanks to a little-known natural remedy. Got it for a steal on shore leave. MedTech pulls up an X-ray on the view screen. I hate to admit this, but somehow Leo's hairline fracture has regenerated in record time. It's perplexing. I think you mean amazing. Don't worry, Commander. It's a completely natural supplement. The restorative power is derived from the horn of a Stratford narwhal and refined into a powder. It's pretty tasty in coffee. MedTech's eyes widen with alarm. It would be best if we continue to monitor Leo. Even though his fracture is sealed, there's no telling what sort of unexpected side effects might be caused by this unapproved treatment. Oh, come on, Leo grumbles. It's my week to lead the daily exercises. I don't want to miss that. I've got a killer routine planned. What if the medtechs analyze the supplement and prove it's safe, Commander? Do we risk Leo's life? Let's analyze the remedy. I think that's probably the good thing, because if it's poison, we don't want him to continue to take it, right? Let's have it analyzed. Okay. There's no lasting consequences, but let's see what it has to say. You've got a deal. You turn from Leo to the medtech. Take a sample of the so-called natural remedy and find out how it's working. If it's working. Later that day, a medtech visits the command center with a report. Upon second examination, we found that the substance Leo is using contains a natural analgesic and promotes tissue repair, but it also has traces of several illicit narcotics. Shake your head. Our narwhal speedball. No wonder he is feeling so good. The medtech's brow furrows. Yes. You could call it that. More importantly, the natural remedy has been confiscated, so Leo doesn't harm himself. He'll remain in medbay until all side effects subside. You won't be happy being cooped up in there, but it sure beats having him bouncing around the Argo, popped up on some black market drug cocktail. Leo. Tisk tisk. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that dragon just to remind ourselves how I loaded it out. I don't remember the rationale of any of it, but alright. So we got a cockpit mod, which is pretty standard issue for all of my frontline mechs to save our pilots from getting injured. We have a standard SRM-6. UAC-2, but has plus 10 damage, so it does 70 damage total. And it's also lighter. We've got two flamers, a medium laser that does plus 5 damage, and an ER medium laser, which has a damage output of 35. 2 tons of ammo. And then SRM ammo. Alright. So I think this is probably not far off of what the Fire Dragon was before. But honestly, I don't remember what the Fire Dragon was before. The Flamer was definitely part of its standard kit. We have a damage upgrade on that as well. At least on one of the Flamers. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and continue. What's the damage output? 198. I usually like to aim for a little, you know, round about 200 plus for a lot of my frontline mechs, and this isn't that far off from it. If I remember correctly, the Dragon is more about tanking damage at the moment, so maybe that's what the build was about. Maybe I up-armored it a lot. That's a potential. I think I remember that.
I wrapped up that job you
All right.
Commander.
Well, there's nothing else to do, so let's just continue. So Leo did not indeed get recovered yet. I think we made the right call, though, with checking his remedy. Alright. Fingers crossed this is a good flashpoint for us. Okay, here it comes. Whew. Alright, well. Yeah, we're gonna be poor. I think in this case we are going to go normal. I don't know. Screw it. Let's go generous. Money is gonna be very tight, but we're hoping we're gonna get rich quick on this flashpoint. We're up to 41, so we're getting there.
Hey boss, we've just completed those
Okay,
upgrades.
that's
We're
complete.
almost completely out.
Yeah, you like to nag me, I get it. We're still 8 days away, jeez. Well, I can tell you pretty much definitively that we don't have a lot of money. So electrical system 720,000, structure 360. I'm gonna go with the structure, even though it's kind of a pointless upgrade potentially. It might unlock this. Yeah, it's gonna unlock this eventually, which not sure how. I forget what you get from the Gamma Pod, if I'm totally honest with you. But what do we need for this? You need the mech bay. I think I almost would rather not do anything. Money is definitely tight. You know what? I'll go with the power system, even though it's going to make our money even more dire, but let's go for it.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay. So we definitely need to make money on this contract, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I mean, I go to sell stuff. I'm sure I have some stuff, but you don't make nearly as much money selling anything in this game versus... Well, we can check the store. I'm not going to be able to afford anything, but we can check it nonetheless. So lots of max. Upgraded flamer. Plus 5 damage. It's cheap. I'm going to buy it. Because we can use that on the fire dragon.
New weapon systems available.
Plus 2 damage on an SRM4. I can't pass on any up-damaged system, so whenever I see one of these, I always pick it up. And I don't know how much we use SRM4s, but you never know. I'm still going to pick it up. Again, it's not all that expensive.
New weapon systems available.
Yeah, okay. Alright, that's fine. Nothing really else exciting here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the... You know, I didn't look at the system to see what kind of contracts we'd be seeing in the system, so I don't know if we're going to be able to benefit much from that. It might be a very difficult system. I mean, we're more concerned about the flashpoint, but... it's a pretty difficult system. We do have a 3-skull mission available, which might be okay. It's against the Capellans, which we kind of don't want to do, but if it comes down to it, beggars can't be choosers. In any case, so let's go ahead and take a look at the flashpoint. That's what we're really here to do. Alright. So let's begin this. Ah, Commander Gunner. Just the mercenary I was hoping to see. I have a favor to ask of you. There's a woman here, a Capellan dignitary, whose favor I must curry. I think that I can win her over, but I am going to need your help. With respect, Shugo Yamagachi, I'm surprised that you're going to the trouble. Premise is a backwater Capellan farming world. Why would you care what some local dignitary thinks? Ah, there's more to it, huh? In truth, I don't know, but there are people on the Combine, influential people, who have developed an interest in this sleepy little planet, and I am under orders to facilitate their ambitions. And that, in turn, has required me to ingratiate myself with the locals. And so, I find myself in my current predicament. Our dignitary is a woman of influence, a voting member of the Primus Planetary Authority. I don't care whether she likes me or not, but I absolutely must have her political support, and need your help to get it. Does this dignitary have a name? Is it a name I can pronounce? Lady Helen... We'll just call her K. Helen K. She's experiencing mercenary troubles of a sort, and she needs mercenary assistance to resolve them. To be honest, I'm a little hazy on the details. Lady Helen isn't always as lucid as she could be. But whatever the nature of her problem, I have no doubt that you'll find a solution for it. Just do whatever she asks of you. Make her happy. When she is happy, I'll be happy, and you'll get paid. Do I get to improve the Capellan relations as well with this mission? As long as her request is within reason, we'll do our best to accommodate it. So is she, like, got dementia or something? With respect, Mr. Oliveira, you are trained killers. She is a provincial aristocrat. I can't imagine that anything she asks of you would take you too far out of your comfort zone. I'll reserve judgment on that until I have heard what she wants. Yes, well, you're about to get your chance. I am putting you in touch with Lady Helen. The sooner you can get this over with, the better. Out of respect for your mutual privacy, I will vacate the conversation, but I'll be in touch after her needs have been satisfied. Okay. Shugo Yamagachi's image cuts to static. A moment later, a middle-aged woman with a kind face appears to replace him. Ah, Commander Mouse Gunner. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you. Reynold has been singing your praises for ages now, and it's good to put a face to the name. As I'm sure Reynold told you, I'm Lady Helen K, Overseer of Shantia Province and third peer of the Primus Planetary Authority. Quite a mouthful, I know, but I am struggling. Propriety, there we go, demands that I use the full title. Fate has placed a terrible burden on my shoulders, Mouse. It's almost more than I can bear. Tell me about this burden, and I'll see what I can do to lift it. Let me get a little bit of a drink, so I don't get choked up again. Okay, there is a mercenary, a trained killer who calls herself... We'll just call her Y. She has injured me both personally and professionally, and has caused great distress to my son, Lord Agnes K. Indeed, my beloved boy has been so traumatized by Y and her band of miscreants that... I love that word, miscreants. That he's confined himself to the Red Roost, our family stronghold. I can hardly get him to set foot outside of the building anymore. So is this like his lover, and I'm gonna go kill her? I have a feeling that this is not gonna go well. For my son's sake and for the sake of my house, I need you to hunt down Y and eliminate her. I cannot rest until the horrible woman lies dead. What kind of backup will she have? You mentioned a band of miscreants earlier. Y has friends, if you can call them that, allies of convenience. Maybe a better description. They call themselves the Red Hair Irregulars. We're getting a lot of red this, red that. They're a nest of vipers, a rabble of frontier pirates who play at being mercenaries. But I don't fear them, Mouse. Not with you by my side. I know that you will protect me. We'll do what we can, Lady Helen. This is going to be a messy contract. I can just feel it. I can ask no more than that. Godspeed, Mouse. Protect the future of House K. Destroy Y and her irregulars, and I give you my word that our friend, Reynold, will have my support. My best to you and your company. You are heroes, one and all. Okay. Well, she seems nice. A little saccharine for my taste. That's not a word I see often. But nice. I don't know what Yamaguchi was talking about earlier. She seemed plenty lucid to me. We'll see about that. We've got the job, so I guess it doesn't matter. May as well get to it, Mouse. The sooner the smirk is dead, the sooner we can collect our pay. It's not going to be that easy. We all know it's not going to be that easy. Alright, well, let's just get this contract out of the way. Commander Y and her red hair irregulars have proved an intolerable threat to my interests and to the future of House K. I need you to hunt her down and destroy her battle mech, an Orion, I believe it's called. Smash it to pieces and bring me proof of Y's death, and I'll lend Shugo Yamaguchi my support. When Lady Helen gives Yamaguchi what he wants, we get paid. Let's get to it, Commander. Alright, so we do have our limitations. So there's going to be a tonnage maximum and tonnage restrictions, but we don't know what that is until we actually negotiate the contract. Well, not even negotiate it, actually get into deployment. Salvage is 2 of 9. I think I'm happy with that. I'll take it as is. Who knows, maybe we can get a good mech. We know we're at least facing off an Orion, so that might not be a bad thing to get salvage. assassination mission. Alright. So, first things first, we definitely want the dragon in the lineup. Oh crap, I need to get my pilots ready. Hold on. That. We're gonna go in with our best. Hopefully I can remember what that is. I know Brunswick is one of our betters. He's ready to up his gunnery skill, but we don't have his called shot all the way up, so we're gonna save for that. Our other one would be Leo.
Receiving you.
Leo is pretty much where we want him to be, other than just getting his accuracy up and maybe a little bit of piloting up, but... Oh, no, wait, we're saving for his overheat threshold. I think we need one more of that. So we're saving there. My pilot appears to be saving for the called shot bonus as well. And then who is our last? I think, is it Legend?
Yes, Commander.
That is our best pilot? Out of the bunch? I believe so, because I believe Bajera and Drake are backups. Bajera being slightly better than Drake. So I think that is going to be our next one. So what is she saving up for? Well, she has the cold shot. She has the overheat threshold. So really, I think the gunnery skill would be perfectly fine to take at this point. So we'll go ahead and confirm that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
All right, well, we're almost ready to go. So let's go ahead and get that contract on the road again. Negotiate that. We already kind of just take that middle point. It is going to help the Capellans. But for whatever reason, it's not actually increasing our reputation at all. That's odd. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, so again, we're going to take the dragon. We're going to put that in. So Legend's already there, and Legend is going to be piloting the dragon. Crack Shot is not the pilot we want to be using. Leo is injured, so we were using her instead. So this is our primary lineup. So Brunswick, we don't have consecutive deployments. I remember that, so we don't have to worry about that. Max tonnage is 75 tons, and our maximum drop weight is 240. We're only at 200, so that's well within spec. So yeah, we can use our top line mechs, which I believe we already have installed here. So yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Let's deploy. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not making a mistake. That's why I'm taking my time, but yeah, I think we're good. Yamaguchi is with House Kurita, but it's kind of like we're working for him, but we're working for the Capellans to work for him, so it's kind of a more convoluted thing. But it seems like we're not helping our reputation with just about anyone. I guess we'll see once the contract's over to see if that actually is correct, but... I know that this is going to be a messy contract. I think the second mission we're going to get out of this one is going to be... something is going to happen. It's kind of hard for me to predict 100% what's going to happen, but I suspect that what we're being told by... what's her face? Helen? Lady Helen? Is not the full truth. Not even close to it. And I think we're going to find ourselves... maybe we have to fight her son? Like, my gut tells me that this person we're just about to assassinate, the reason why her son is so upset is maybe, you know, they're having relationship problems, and us killing this lady is going to make her son, like, furious with us or something. That's a prediction I have. I don't know how correct it is, but that's my prediction. We're getting an incoming transmission, Commander. Looks like our target has something to say. Attention, incoming mercenaries. I am Commander Y of the Red Hair Irregulars, and you are encroaching on my company's territory. Turn back or be destroyed. Well, she sounds confident. For good reason. I've got more than 100 enemy kills under my belt. If you don't want to join them, I suggest that you turn tail and run. Okay. I'm not sure I'm that impressed. Alright, so strategy-wise, what do we've got? Eliminate Commander, destroy Red Hair Irregular Mercenaries, eliminate Red Hair Irregular Reinforcements. So we're being told right out the gate that we're going to have reinforcements. Appears the reinforcements are over this way. What are we thinking here? Maybe just key in on the reinforcements, as they are quite a bit separated from the actual bodyguard. And if I just go forward, we're going to get flanked here. So I don't like that. I think we go after the reinforcements here, especially as they're pretty much telling me where they're going to be. So we'll sprint the trebuchet over this way. We'll be in behind this rock, so I don't really mind too much. And we should be able to just round this corner. This cliff, I'm not sure 100% how we're going to approach this just yet, but for right now, I guess we'll just keep the dragon moving with the trebuchet, as that seems to be the quicker path. Can we jump further than we can sprint? It seems fairly close to the same, so I'll go ahead and take the jump.
Engaging jump jets.
The fire starter, on the other hand, seems like it can sprint further, so we'll go ahead and go with that.
Roger.
Now, unless they've changed the way that the AI behaves, the AI should just stay
This
put.
looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Just gonna slam the spacebar until we get the turn resolved. I suspect it's gonna be a fair amount of enemies. Let's go ahead and have Brunswick go first here, because I want to try and get a sensor contact on these guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off. Looks like the sprint and the jump gets us the same distance, so I'll take the jump over the sprint. Maybe we get a sensor contact here. It's close. No, it doesn't seem like we're going to get it this turn, so go ahead and have the trebuchet sprint over here.
Affirmative.
The dragon I'm a little bit more willing to take out in the open. I say that, I'm not actually sure that is true, now that I think about it. I'll just take it this far.
Moving to position.
Because I do have to consider the initiative that it would have. Okay, we're not really getting that far with the jump. We're not getting that far with the sprint either. I'll go ahead and jump here, because we can jump over the rock next turn.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright. So next turn we should for sure have sensor contacts here. Alright, get through this turn. The real danger that we have in doing this strategy is that the assassination target may run. And if that happens, we're going to be maybe not in the best place. I'm going to go ahead and sprint to here. This for sure gives us sensor contact, but it also gets me a nice evasion bonus as well as some cover. So I think I'm going to go with that. This might be too aggressive of a move, but it's okay. Let's just do a normal move. Okay, yeah, that was not necessarily the best move for us. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do this normal move here.
Move order received.
Alright, well, let's take a look at what we have. So we've got a Hatchetman, a Shadowhawk, and a Vindicator that we at least can see. I'm going to move the Dragon relatively aggressively, as it's meant to be our tank.
Roger that.
I might be able to get a rear attack on these guys depending on how they move. So I'm also going to do an aggressive sprint with the Shadowhawk here. Try and get in on a flank, perhaps. Not really sure what we're going to do with the Firestarter just yet. We do have a light mech somewhere. Oh, there it is. Guess that's not a light mech. What would be a light mech over here? These guys are all listed as 3s. We can have them in sensor. Oh, okay. Maybe they have more than one light mech. So this is a 30-ton mech. Okay. I'm okay with reserving at least one, so we know they have at least one light mech. It's a spider, which I expect will attack the Firestarter. Okay. Now we have to make some decisions here. Do we go after the spider and try and kill it? Or Do we try something different? Jumping into this group would be kind of unwise. If we attack the spider, we do open up the fire starter for some pretty heavy reprisals. We can get a rear attack on that spider, although we maybe are putting ourselves in a kind of dangerous position if we do that. I'm going to take the aggressive move here. And that's kind of dangerous too. What I'm trying to do is not give my back to my opponents. Looks like we're going to have to jump like this if we want to be in a safer position. So I'm going to go after the spider because it's really not all that well defended, and I think all of my mechs going together, we may be able to get a kill on it. So let's try for it.
Eat this.
Okay, we got an arm. Not that that really means a whole lot to a spider.
Scored a critical hit.
No, the Vindicator will be able to see it. Okay. Yeah, see, that's a real danger of having moved before them, is they get to do things like that. So our fire starter's definitely in danger. Well, if we're going to make the play of trying to kill the spider, we have to make that play like pretty much now. Can't see it up there, or I'm out of range. That could be the other potential. Really bad accuracy. I don't know if that's a good attack then. Okay, well, I don't really have a strong move here then, because I suspect that we're going to have the same problem with Leo if I do that attack. The accuracy is better with the missiles, but if I move here, it can't see me. So Trebuchet would be safe as long as they don't sensor lock it. I'd only be able to get LRMs in on that attack, though. But we would be attacking the same side, so it might not be a bad move. I'm going to go for it. I suspect we won't be able to kill the spider, but we'll give it a try.
Roger that.
Who knows, and we might get it. This is a lot of damage coming in. Oh, we got the leg and...
Target
Hey,
taking
Iggy.
a critical hit.
Leg and that forces section, so there's not a whole lot to the spider. And it might have lost vision there. Now, granted, we do know that they can attack the fire starter because of the sensor lock. Okay. One of these guys has not gone yet, and it's the one that we could maybe get the rear attack on. We can't jump far enough to get it, though. I still like this move, because it kind of forces them. We also get vision. And maybe we draw their attention away from the fire starter. So I'm going to do it for those reasons. Oh, we do get the rear attack on the Hatchman. We cannot pass that up then. That's a really good opportunity. Hatchman tend not to have really great armor either, so this might hurt quite a bit. Well, that's an interesting loadout for the Hatchman. Not the default.
Targeting rear armor.
Okay, we didn't do any serious damage, unfortunately. But hey, we got his attention. And he just fired a medium laser at me, so all things considered, that wasn't a bad turn for us. Alright. Firestarter is likely going to take some damage. It's going to be hard. We know there's an Orion out there. That is very likely going to be able to get some LRMs on target, so...
Yes,
Alright, so the
Father.
Fire Dragon can come up here and attack, or it could finish the Spider. Well, technically, it could do both if it moved here. I'd have to turn like that. Okay. I'm not sure what the best call here is. If we do this move, we know that they're going to be able to do quite a few reprisal attacks on me. I want to... okay. So the Shadowhawk 2D here is actually a really good target. Doesn't have a lot of armor, so we could hurt it pretty decently. I'm going to do a multi-target here, even though it may cost us the kill on the spider. Which I'm pretty sure I could guarantee here if I just full-on went after it, but... okay. So you're going to be A. You're going to be B. I am going to make an attempt at killing the spider, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to fire where just yet. Maybe these are the B? Yeah. So lasers on B. If we get a center torso hit, we might get a kill. And the UAC, which is one of our highest damage output, as well as the SRM-6, are going to go against the Shadowhawk. Oh, the Hatchman is a variant in the Urban Warfare. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Hopefully we get lucky with a spider, but we may not.
Copy that.
Okay, it's dead. So I'd call that a success.
Enemy down.
Serious damage on the Shadowhawk.
Let's go.
Okay. So nothing really happened there. Brunswick isn't necessarily in danger just yet. They still have a light mech, and it's a mech we can see, so that's going to be this guy. 20-ton mech, so that's likely going to be like a Locust or a Flea. Now that that's in the game. We really don't have another option here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve. If this is a Locust or a Flea, it may force my hand on what we do, but let's go ahead and reserve nonetheless, because right now they cannot see the fire starter. They're going to have to come and get that vision. It's a Flea. Ow. We could probably kill that, but it would be kind of an unwise move, because that would be, you know, a lot of enemy mechs on one of our mechs. This one's a tough call, because Shadowhawk's kind of in a position where we want to act with it now. The Firestarter's kind of in a position where we want to act with it now, but the problem with the Firestarter is we don't really have a strong move with it. Oh, that hit was on the leg. Okay. It also depends on how gung-ho I want to go here. Oh, yeah, well, see, the Hatcheman will not be able to come in and strike me because it shouldn't have any more movement than I have, and I can't get to him, so I guess we don't really have to move the Shadowhawk if we don't want to. Alright, well, what's our possibilities? We could be brazen and we could jump in here and try and kill the Flea. And actually have a fairly good chance at it, but then we would have to deal with the reprisals of all the enemies over here, which we don't even know what they are. Alternatively, we could jump back to a point where the Flea is just within our range, and then we could sensor lock it. We know it's already gone, so it's a prime target. I think that's probably a good call. It gives us an opportunity to cool off a little bit. And then the Trebuchet could follow up that attack. I think it's in range. It looks like it is. So I'm going to do this move. It makes our Firestarter a little safer. We'll go ahead and do the sensor lock here. Now we are potentially going to eat a sensor lock from the enemy.
I've got a sensor
but it is what it is. Because this Vindicator can sensor lock the Firestarter right now. It may not, though. Instead, it's going to attack the dragon, which is kind of what we want it to do.
Damage is light.
Okay, so that's put us in a fairly good position, I think.
Waiting for orders.
You're in range of my medium lasers. And then we hit the Flea here. I don't think there's a reason to delay this attack. Flea is still really hard to hit. We could hit the Shadowhawk instead. That would not be a bad target. And then we use multi-target here to also go after the Vindicator here. So I'm going to make that our A target, that our B target. And I think this is not a bad setup, as it kind of gets us into a position where we can do decent damage to the Shadowhawk and also burn down the evasion of the Vindicator. So I like it.
Roger.
Hopefully we do serious damage here on the Shadowhawk, because it does not have the best armor. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. The 1AA variant also does not have a lot of armor, so these are going to be mechs that might be fairly easy for us to kill. Sadly, we didn't do any system damage.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay. So, I am possibly set up to rear attack. Oh, this is deep water. I don't think I can jump into it. I can still rear attack the Hatchetmen. I think that's a pretty good move. And then maybe we use a precision strike here to do maximum damage. This does put the Shadowhawk in a really kind of rough spot. But we can also use Vigilance to give us an initiative boost so that we can go in and do a rear attack on the Shadowhawk next turn if we want to. This I think gives us a lot of options. So I'm going to go with it. I think it's a pretty good move.
Engaging jump jets.
And I think I have enough resolve here to do both things. So I think that'd probably be a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and use Vigilance. And then use Precision Strike and just try and kill the Hatchetman before it gets a chance to go. We got a lot of weapons here. A lot of damage potential.
All weapons committed.
Got him. Alright, that was a good turn. And now we're in a good position to do that kind of attack again next turn. Potentially. Oh, they're still able to hit the fire starter. How do they have vision of the fire starter? Is the flea giving them vision? That actually surprised me somewhat. They clearly can see it. I have no idea how. Oh, maybe the Vindicator. The Vindicator's probably giving him vision. Okay, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that's probably what's happening here.
Orders.
Okay. What I'd like to do... Are you in range of the Flamers? Aha! This is going to be a multi-target situation. We're just going to hit the Vindicator with Flamers. Most of our attacks are going to be against the Shadowhawk, which has already taken some pretty severe damage. So this is going to be a multi-target situation. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. And hopefully this does some good things for us. At least it limits what the Vindicator can do next turn.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Not the best accuracy, unfortunately. Like that. Ooh, a head hit. Okay, so we're not in a bad position here. There's a number of things we can do. One of which is just try and take out the Shadowhawk. And the Vindicators are not necessarily a great spot either. I'm not sure if I can do a whole lot with the Firestarter, unless of course... Wait, why can't I get into range? You'd think I'd be in range here, but apparently I'm not, even though I'm like right next to where the Fire Dragon is. I guess we could jump in here. I don't like this position though, so I'm not sure I'm going to do that with the Firestarter just yet. Let me see the situation with the Shadowhawk. Rear attack may still make sense. Maybe it doesn't. Another thing I could do is I could go for the rear attack on the Vindicator, which really hasn't taken much damage. I suspect that that would hurt. All right, let me see the situation here. So all that's really taking damage on the Vindicator is an arm and the head. Rear armor's really thin, so I feel like we have to take advantage of that if we have the opportunity, so... Okay. Is this any more accurate? No, it's no more accurate. So I'd rather be in the water, where I get a little bit of cooling done. I think I will use the precision strike here, because it might give us an opportunity to get the kill yet again. We'll just go straight for the center torso and try and just pour the guy out.
Engaging jump jets.
So center torso, he has very weak rear armor, so this actually has a really good potential here. Yeah, goodbye. I think that was a good call. Not really able to do a whole lot with the fire starter then, because the Shadowhawk is well out of range. Unless, of course, we go after the flea. But that's not really a good move to make right away. So reserving here is the best move. Now, if the Shadowhawk goes, that's a little bit of a problem. He just jumped in place. Kind of a silly move, but alright. Okay.
Orders?
So Leo is going to try and position in a way. Yeah, I'll take this move. So the fleet can't see me if I move here. We get our LRMs on the Shadowhawk, which is our primary concern. We fire some medium lasers at the fleet. Not really what we're aiming for, but hey, it gets some fire out there, so I'll take it.
Heading out.
So you're going to be A. You're going to be B.
Multiple targets confirmed.
We're hoping for some serious damage on the Shadowhawk. Yeah. He's done.
Missed.
Looks like that was a pilot kill. I didn't see the center torso going. Okay. Oh, they can see the fire start. Alright. I'm guessing the flea's giving that vision. Well, we're in a pretty good spot here. I think we can go aggressive fire starter now. The Orion hasn't gone yet, but I don't think this is necessarily a bad move for us. And then we can follow up with the Fire Dragon to try and get some extra damage on this flea. The flea is going to be hard to hit no matter how we play this, so... that sure hurt. Okay, we took out the leg. That's going to give us a lot of opportunities now, because there goes all the evasion. It's falling right on top of the spider. And through the spider. Okay. There is one more medium mech. 40 tons. Okay, blackjack more than likely. And 1S, alright.
Yes, Commander.
So yeah, we're just gonna move up. Target the flea, try and take it out while we have that opportunity. In any case, the Griffin 1S has really good cover, so it's going to have a lot of damage reduction. This is super overkill. To the extent I'm not really sure why I'm doing it. What the hell?
Target confirmed.
Hey, it's dead.
Mech destroyed.
Okay. Now they can probably see the fire starter because of the Griffin 1S.
Hard.
But so far, the Orion hasn't done a whole lot. Now, we have no idea where it is, because it's not being marked anymore. At least, I'll give us a little bit of a hint. Now, it may try and run, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, because if we kill its bodyguard and this guy runs, we fail the mission. So, I don't really have a good call here, but I'm just going to go ahead and reserve. There's not really anything we can do just yet. What's with this jumping up in the air and not moving? I'm not sure if that hit or not because of the way the camera was. It's possible it did. Yeah, again, I'm going to go ahead and reserve because we don't really have a good move here yet. We want whatever this thing is to move up, potentially. Oh, it's a Vulcan. Okay, that makes sense. Firestar is running pretty hot. We have to have some consideration with that. The Vulcan's going to be easier to kill.
Yep.
So I may target it. Especially it has nowhere near the damage reduction. It does have quite a bit of evasion though. So what I'm going to do is just move in. Maybe opening ourselves up to the Orion counterattacking, but go in, just hit the Vulcan hard here. We will have the initiative advantage for next turn. Oh, the Shadowhawk's still alive. I forgot about that. I thought I had killed it. I thought it went down and we had killed it. Well, I guess we didn't pay for it, but that was a little bit of a mistake. I thought it had died. I guess I should have checked a little bit more carefully. Alright, well in this case, we'll use the Shadowhawk to kill this guy.
All weapons.
This should definitely kill him.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
Alright, let's start moving the Shuttlehawk to go get the Orion. I'm gonna walk because I want to get some heat burned off. If we jump, we won't get much heat burned off, although we would get further. Okay. Now for the follow-up here. So the dragon is gonna move up, but I want to keep it in cover so that it gets the advantage of that. We are going to go continuously after the Vulcan, but I'm going to use a precision strike to try and give myself more accuracy. And I'm just going to go straight center torso here and try and get the kill quickly.
Engaging.
Okay, he's dead.
One less target.
Alright, now for Leo.
What's up, boss?
Leo's going to move up, but not a lot. And we're just going to fire a single LRM-15 because it will do full damage that way. Also give us an opportunity to cool off a bit, so we're gonna turn all this stuff off. Actually, this is the higher damage output, isn't it? 6 times 15, yeah, that's higher damage. So it's a little less accurate, but it gets what we need. I'm not gonna burn the precision strike here because I don't think it makes sense to do so.
Walking on target.
So we're not gonna get a hell of a lot of accuracy out of it. Okay. Next turn, we can get the Firestarter in behind him, which would be perfect for us.
Judging by.
I will use a precision strike at that point. Try and just pour him out. But also, it gives us an opportunity to knock him down in initiative so that my allies can beat on him. So that's good as well. But we're really going for the kill here. What are we looking at here? We need almost all of the damage, I think. But in theory, it can be done.
Giving him everything I've got.
I think we were just shy. Just shy of getting what we needed. Yeah, 25 damage. We had gotten... I don't know if we actually had the damage. I didn't think about the math or anything, but it's possible we had it. Okay, so...
Standing by.
Theo's gonna move up. Again, we're just gonna fire a single LRM-15, because... Our alternative is we wait for him to go. I really don't like that because he's probably going to smack the Firestarter pretty good here, but I don't think we can kill him because his frontal armor is perfect in that center torso section. We need another rear attack. Maybe I should have waited for him to go, but the Firestarter was kind of in a vulnerable position, so that's why I did what I did. We could go out all out for it and try to kill him. A precision strike would give us the opportunity to knock him down even further in initiative, which would give our dragon a chance to try and follow up as well.
Engaging jump jet.
He's got a lot of damage reduction. This is probably not going to work, but we'll try for it.
Engaging target.
We get enough center torso hits. He's already taken a lot of internal structure damage there. Maybe we'll get him.
Ready for orders.
So Leo, rather than just firing a single LRM-15, is going to fire everything he can at the target. because in theory that will do more damage. Because this guy's only got a 40% damage reduction, so we're gonna go all out on this one. I don't have any more precision strikes, so we're just gonna have to get lucky here. Almost have him knocked down. Not that that's gonna matter too much. Alright, I may not have the heat to attack with much here because we are running pretty damn hot at this point.
Moving out.
But I'm hoping we just have the damage output to get this. Yeah, okay, so I'm probably gonna have to turn off one of the medium lasers. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, so we only need 24 damage in that center torso section to get the kill. The question is it gonna actually land in the center torso? And the answer is no, it will not. We will get the knockdown, but that's not gonna be it's not gonna be meaningful because he's just gonna get up after this because we have no other mechs to go, so hopefully the Firestarter doesn't take too much damage here. Okay, of all the attacks it could do, this one not really as wise. But the Firestarter is definitely going to get the kill here, I think.
Minimal damage. Oh, it's on now.
And there's absolutely no reason why not to go for this. Hey, Brunswick. Precision Strike makes a lot of sense here. Because we can go after the center torso and try and guarantee the kill. As much as we can, of course. Yeah, we didn't really need that much damage output, but no reason why not to fire at all.
That one's gone.
Okay. Let's just move forward and try and find the Orion. If the Orion tries to book it, we might not be able to catch it, and that's what I'm most concerned about. Because it's already up against the edge of the map, I believe. Somewhere in here, and the edge of the map is right there. So if it tries to leave, not a whole lot we can do about it. So we're currently in the non-combat phase. One of my least favorite things about this game is it skipped over everybody's turn, so nobody got to cool off. Alright, we'll just go ahead and sprint forward. Puts us a little bit in an exposed position, but we'll be fine.
Affirmative.
Okay, where was this thing supposed to be again? All the way up there, huh?
Yes, Commander.
Alright. We'll take Brunswick this way.
Moving out.
And then next turn we'll be able to jump up. Okay.
Yeah.
So Brunswick is going to jump up here. He's going to have an initiative advantage, so it doesn't really matter if we leave him in an exposed position.
Copy that.
Hopefully we get sensor contact. There it is. Everybody except the dragon has an initiative advantage, so we can kind of push up fairly freely. Dragon being the only one that really can't do that. I'm a little concerned about our position here. I'm actually going to run down into the water here to try and give myself an opportunity not only to cool off, but to get into the woods down here, which would be a little bit more of a better position for us. So, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and sprint into the woods because the water is not going to give us any benefit. We are already cooled off as we can be.
No retreat.
All right. At this point, he can't see me, so we'll wait for him.
For the shot.
He might be able to establish that line of sight, but Orion moving up is actually going to benefit us in a number of ways. Okay, so the Firestarter is very unlikely. Oh, actually, I was about to say very unlikely to be able to get in there and get an attack in, but that's actually incorrect. So we will go ahead and do so. As I suspected, very good damage reduction right here. Be able to get a rear attack in next turn. That would expose the Firestarter, though, to reprisals, so we have to be careful. The 1V has less armor than a standard Orion, so we will have some benefits there. I'm going to save my precision strikes for later. No real reason to use it here.
Taking damage.
Yeah, I think we have this one in the bag. I'm more than likely not going to be able to get a flank with the Shadowhawk because of the distance involved, but I'm going to try for my best opportunity here.
Engaging target.
I thought about using the precision strike, but I don't think that makes any sense in this situation.
Orders?
Okay, Legend is going to move up. Only going to be able to hit with the ultra autocannon, so again, doesn't make a whole lot of sense here to do any precision strikes. Maybe we can do a little bit of good damage there.
Receiving you.
Theo's going to walk up here. We're going to just go ahead, use our... I think I'm going to do a precision strike here. What do we want to go after? We want to try and limit the firepower of this thing, potentially. So LRM 15, SRM 4, medium laser, AC 10. I think we try and go after the AC 10. It really just depends on armor, though. There's a lot of ammo in here, though, so a crit against that ammo a lot easier on this section. So I'm going to go for that.
On it.
So this should do full damage.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
We weren't likely to burn through that armor anyway, but figure give it a shot. All right, how you doing?
Yes, Commander.
I feel like there's no reason not to just go in here and hit this guy in the rear. Yeah, he could punch me and hurt me. But I can get a precision strike off that will be fairly deadly. Question is, which section do we hit? 40, 40, 45. Well, we're already chipping away at the left torso. I think we try and take out the right torso here. At least that's the goal. I don't think we're actually going to be able to pull it off, but... right torso.
Locking in. All weapons systems.
A lot of misses there. Really a lot of misses. Did I even fire all my lasers either? Alright, that's not looking as good as maybe it could have been. I'm going to go in on the left side, gives us a higher chance of taking out that left torso section. We're going to risk ourselves quite a bit here.
Engaging jump jets.
I might even precision strike and try and knock that torso section off. Yeah, very minimal damage to that right torso section. That was almost a completely wasted attack.
All weapons committed.
Torso's still up.
Yes, Commander.
I'm trying to think of what the best choice is here. Do we fire with both of our LRM-15s? Knowing that we're going to do reduced damage? I mean, 40% damage reduction for the LRM-15 is more or less as a 50% because of the way they round things. So we're going to be doing 3 and 2 damage apiece as opposed to 6 damage apiece if we just fired the one. So if we hit with every missile, that'd be 75 damage versus 90 damage? I hope I'm doing that correctly. Let me think that through. My math might be bad, but that'd be 30 plus 45, I believe, right? So yeah, you do way less damage rather than just turning off the one. So I think we're better off with that. Why he's got that kind of damage reduction. Hopefully I didn't math badly there.
Aye, aye.
Those are some good hits.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Legend may just need to move fully forward. We're not gonna get this guy. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, there's no reason why not to just move fully forward here, because I'm not gonna be able to get much of my firepower in here.
Affirmative.
Sadly, it looks like the Orion's going to get away with that. We didn't... Oh, 1 hit point? Come on.
Affirmative.
And we're not going to hit it again, so... Yeah, he got scot-free away from that. He kept all his firepower. We didn't crit any of the ammo that we could have potentially critted. For whatever reason, though, the AI just is going to let me beat on him.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised with that turn of events. Okay, we keep going after the right torso section here. The Shuttlehawk is very likely going to get a rear attack as well, but I'm going to go after the right torso again because this isn't taking any hits at all, so probably not the best move. Yet again, I don't think that landed where we wanted it to, but all right. Leo is
Commander.
gonna go ahead. Just hit this guy from the front again. Hopefully we get that 1 hit on the left torso that we need. Oh, come on, game. Don't do to me like that. Alright. Let's move in so we get our maximum damage in here. I don't suspect the Orion's going to survive this, but the fact that we haven't taken out a single section yet, somewhat annoying.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, there we go. Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position. It isn't going to be easy to catch up with Yu's ejection pod, Commander. There's already a whole swarm of red hair battle mechs converging on her location. I underestimated you, Commander. You're much better than the last assassin my mother sent after me. Alright. So it's actually a sibling squabble. Wait, your mother? She didn't tell you? I suppose I'm not surprised. If you grant me the courtesy of a parley, I'll tell you what you've gotten yourself dragged into.
Mission
Alright, well this is going to be our contract choice. Oftentimes these flashpoints will have a choice at some point. And this is going to be our choice. Do we go continuously with the contract as laid out in front of us? Or do we realize that maybe the lady giving us these orders is a crazy person?